trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, bad, it gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to...
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Haskins to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Warner. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Mostert, again the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Third down. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's James returning. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 10.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. You ain't got nothing.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Play action. Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Raheem Mostert.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Play action. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington.
To Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 47. Mike 47. Oh, damn, Clark. 11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Everyone go forward out. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 12, fellas, here we go. Mike 28. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D. I got you. Mike 28, pick it up.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
40-yard line.
White. Mike 28. 3 buzz. Hey, gun. Switch it.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 80. I'm coming after you. Watch the twist. Check 99.
They run the counter. It's Gibson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, 49ers nothing.
We never know just when it's our time. The legends are gone, and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here go toast. Give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Get ready. Wide, get wide. Rush in.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. All told it's an even 30 and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
13.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. For San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Steven Sims now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
And this is 3rd down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180. Check in. Switch up. 12, fellas. Here we go. Alert 3.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Daron Payne. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Steven Sims on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Is 3rd down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. James now to return it. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
3-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
12. Kill. 13. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. He's crashing. 11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and inches. At the
options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This one out quickly to Watkins. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Two. Check Mike 27. Check that.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
And 10 yards to go.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it.
For the field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's Richie James on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
That's going to be a long day. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Garoppolo now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Touchdown defense. 12. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
The Niners' 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Here's Mostert, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra points still to come. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings
on 3rd down. It's Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dwayne. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Steps away to his left. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, the return is Sims. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Back now here in Santa Clara, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and... Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Haskins, not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard
good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Raheem Mostert.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll check on his status when we get back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Ryan Anderson.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. 65.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo.
And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
47. Check, 47.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Garoppolo to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Washington.
Back to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 50-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, Haskins. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock. Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Blake Cashman.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there? You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November. And they're able to bring
him down at the 20. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this returnable for Sims. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's Bryce Love, played collegiately at nearby Stanford. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
First throw of overtime for Haskins. Going up top for Miller. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We're keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. Within an OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for the Niners, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.